Okay, so we're going to have a look at the two different types of sharing questions with ratio. So let's have a look at the first one. £60 is to be divided between Brian and Kate. So as they appear in the question, Brian and Kate, that's the ratio and that's the way we need to think about it, in the ratio 2 to 3. So that's where it goes underneath. So for every 2 that Brian gets, Kate gets 3. And the question is asking, how much does Kate get? So we want to know, how much does Kate get? Now, £60 is going to be shared between the two of them in that ratio. So for every 2 that Brian gets, Kate gets 3. That means if we look at that part of the ratio there, 2 to 3, there are 5 parts. So that means we're going to be dividing it into 5 parts. And if we think about the picture, you've got to split it into 5. And then in terms of who gets what, for every 2 that Brian gets, so you can put a B and a B for Brian, Kate gets 3. So Kate gets 3 of the pieces. Kate, Kate, and Kate. Now if this is a non-calculated question, obviously you can use your pizza division and use that pizza to share the £60 out. And because your next test is calculator, you would be able to do the division. So 60 divided by 5 pieces, do that on the calculator, that gets you 12. So in each piece of the pizza, and obviously that if it was non-calculator you would do the same method, there would be 12 in each slice. Obviously if it was non-calculator put 10 in each piece, that would be 50, and then 2 in each piece, that would be the 10, so that would be the 60. Now the question said, how much did Kate get? Now Kate got 3 of the pieces, and you can see it from the picture. Kate got those 3 there. So Kate got 3 lots of the 12. So 12 times 3, or 12 plus 12 plus 12, that would give us 36, and that would be our answer. So Kate would get 36, whereas Bob would get 24, and that would add back together to make the 60. So that was the first question. The second question says Brian and Kate share in the ratio 2 to 3, so it's the same thing. Brian and Kate share in the ratio 2 to 3, but it says this time Brian gets 60. How much does Kate get? So they're not sharing out 60, Brian gets 60. So underneath Brian, he gets £60, and we want to know how much Kate gets, so that's where the question mark's at. Now using the ratio, we know for every 2 that Brian gets, Kate gets 3. We need to work out what it's been multiplied by to get to 60. So 2 times something gets us the 60. Now inverse operation is going to help us to work out what the question mark is, because if 2 times something equals 60, then the question mark must be, instead of times by 2, 60 divided by 2. That tells us that the question mark is 30. Think about it, 2 lots of 30 or 30 lots of 2 is 60. Now we know what we're timesing by. We're timesing by 30. We need to do equivalent ratios, so times 30 to the other side, and 3 lots of 30 gives us 90. That means if Bob gets 60, then Kate would get 90. And that's your answer to that question. So remember, the key to the question is to decide what style of question it is. The first one said £60 is to be divided by 2 people, whereas the second question had Brian and Kate, and it told you what one of the person got, which means you needed to work out the other one, so it didn't tell you the original amount to share. Always read the questions carefully.